you take lessons and it's supposed to be playful and it's supposed to be inventive. So once you learn the basic vocabulary of the steps, you're supposed to goof around. You're supposed to play with rhythm and things like that musically. And so it's one of the few dances where you can kind of goof around and play around and kind of be silly, and it's encouraged. Whereas, some of the dances are so rhythmic, they're so refined in the rhythm and the steps that you have to make, you can't really screw around without your, follower, your lead just, being mad at you.
What does that even look like?
Never get mad at you.
So
Never, ever.
But yeah,
you
that's part of the
swing
fun.
me around.
It's part of the fun is just playing with it. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like to play, so.
I wonder how ruthless that crowd, the dance groups at Lindy Fest, is it a drunk group of people? Are they is it because every time I've been in a hotel with a bunch of like-minded people, it was like a thespian conference, and it's just loud and really gay. That's all.
Well, you were at a thespian conference.
Yeah. So I want to know what is Lindy Fest like?
Lindy Fest is just a hardcore group of dancers. So some people it's BYOB, some people bring their own stuff, but for the most part, if you get a little too lit up, it's kind of hard to dance without crashing into somebody. So safety first.
Safety first.
Yeah.
And drinks first.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. You got to feel loose in your caboose.
Spoken by Lorraine, the trainer herself.
Absolutely.
She would know.
True. Would you ever consider swinging me around sometime?
Yeah, I teach lessons. Yeah.
Okay, that's not what I meant, but I enjoy that, and I will take the lesson to get my foot in the door, so to speak.
Okay.
Oh.
But, yeah.
What door?
The swing door.
Oh.
Ba-da-ska.
I can't believe I asked that question. What a dumb question. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. There's no dumb questions, just dumb people.
Yeah, that's me. I guess, okay, if dancing is your superpower, what are you guys really good at? Or intermediate at?
You go first, then.
Ooh. He's like, hell no. I'm good at
Really
saying
good
no.
at killing time.
I guess I could kind of play the guitar.
Oh, there we go. Well, okay.
Well, there you go. Okay. That's nice. I think my superpower would be meatloaf, because I make a killer meatloaf.
It's true.
It won't kill you, but it's good.
It'll put you on your ass, though.
Absolutely.
It's half red wine and brandy. That's all it is.
Bloody
So I didn't know if
Mary.
it was a skill of where your ability to eat meatloaf or your ability to portray meatloaf on stage.
Or
Yes.
both.
There's a lot that could go
All
a lot
of
of
them.
directions.
Or
Have you ever
make
seen me make meatloaf while being meatloaf?
Yeah.
meta.
It's insane.
You will
That's
do
almost
anything
as
for
meta as
love,
you
but
eating
you
your
won't
own
do
cookie.
that.
I won't do that.
I won't do
That's
that.
not true. I would. I would pretty much do everything for love.
And meatloaf.
And meatloaf.
I would do anything for meatloaf. Do you have any other questions, Miss Lorraine?
Well, I mean, I just really wanted him to swing me around. That was pretty much the big thing there. And I guess I'll just have to sign up for a class. But that's okay.
probably a
But
waiting
you
list.
do teach lessons. You're saying you do
I
teach
do,
lessons.
yeah.
Where can we sign up to
Yeah.
take a lesson from you?
I don't know. I don't really have a site. It's just kind of an informal thing.
Should
so
we
you
all
just
just
you
slip
reach
you
out and
pieces
say
of
like, "Hey,
paper?
I'm a dancer. I want to learn how to swing dance," and I just bada bing, like there. Do it.
Bada bing.
Bada bing,
teach
just
you.
like that.
You heard it here on Comedians Interview Musicians. Do you only teach swing dance? Or do you teach other
Yeah,
things?
I mean, I'm not going to teach salsa or anything. I can't salsa. I actually tried to in Spain this past year, failed miserably.
Try to teach salsa or
No, tried to
Just
pick it
do
up.
it.
It's it's not natural to me. I'm white. I don't do the hips. I'm a feet and leg kind of person. I'm like grounded, very balanced.
Oh, so it sounds like that. I'll teach you how to salsa because
Yeah.
I'm very good with my hips.
Ooh, it's true.
So they do.
So
swing
maybe we could
round
do a
and round.
lesson swap.
We could do a lesson swap.
Okay, yeah, we do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tit for tat.
Excuse me?
Salsa for
Sorry.
swing.
Oh, God. I was nervous.
Oh, no, they're both in there.
Okay,
It's
thank you. Oh, gosh. Oh,
All right,
God.
everybody, give Lorraine a big round
Oh,
of applause.
thank you so much. Oh, okay. Well, happy Halloween.
Yeah, you
Please,
too.
everyone, let me know what you dress up for Halloween.
Yeah,
And,
send it to her. She's got an Instagram now.
yeah.
Follow. What's your Instagram?
It's called Choo Choo Lorraine.
Yeah. It's
'Cause-
also, we're followed, Music First Hand is follows her, so you can creep in
Yeah.
and find her that way.
Yeah, please creep on me because I'm sick of doing a one-way street here when I just creep on other people.
Yeah, it's weird if it's just one way.
It's weird that way.
Let the people know what they want.
Absolutely.
true. All
Creep
right.
all you want. Thank you so
Another
much,
round of
y'all.
applause for Lorraine the Train and Donovan and friends for answering our hot seat stand questions. Are you guys ready to hear some more music? All right, let's hear one more song from Donovan Keith.
Hey, my love, oh love, babe, my rise and shine, partner in crime, dearest friend of mine. Singing birds croon along with their soulful chime. I know the sun is peeking through the blinds, right over my eyes, right over my eyes, yeah. It's time to rise up, put on their favorite morning brew. Best way to wake you, yeah. Floor is freezing, so I tiptoe back in bed with you. I wonder what we'll do. Another minute and another hour pass. Funny how it goes so fast. You're in your arms, secure and warm, yeah. Wrapped up next to me. Another minute and another hour pass. Kisses at last, yeah. You and I, with our moons and wines, making our morning song. You and I, with our moons and wines. You and I, with our. Here we lay so much to say, love the time away. We're still undressed, the bed's a mess, oh, but baby, that's okay. A cup of coffee turns to Cabernet. Another rose is the day. Hey, I love. Another minute and another hour pass. Funny how it goes so fast. You're in your arms, secure and warm, yeah. Wrapped up next to me. Another minute and another hour pass. Kisses at last, yeah. You and I, with our moons and wines, making our morning song. You and I, with our moons and wines. Baby, oh, my, yeah, yeah. Oh, for loving my baby. You and I, with the place and morning song. And then when they would talk about it, baby, now I'ma talk about it. Talk about it. When I'ma need your loving, baby. Ooh, I'ma need your loving, baby. Ooh, baby, the song. Oh, so close and yet so far. You come run and jump on me. The two of us fall to the floor. Just too cute to ignore. Another minute and another hour pass. Funny how it goes so fast. And in your arms, secure and warm, yeah. Wrapped up next to me. Another minute and another hour pass. Kisses and lies, yeah. You and I, oh, with the moons and wines, making our morning song. Oh, I think, oh, baby, oh, my. Yeah. I know you and I'm a loving love. Oh, every time I get up in the morning, make me laugh and last sound. I like another morning, never talk about it. And I'ma need your loving, baby. I need your loving, baby. I'ma need your loving, baby. I need your loving some night. Yeah, yeah. You and I making love in the morning, the morning song. Yeah. Oh, baby, whoa, whoa, whoa.
All right, Austin Eastsiders. Thank you again for joining us here with Donovan Keith.
For
Oh,
comedians
Ken's
that are
back.
being musicians. Hello, sorry.
Hey. Oh, that's
Hi,
okay.
I had to run, take a phone call.
Yeah, long line at the bathroom.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I see you.
Yeah, I have allergies.
Oh,
okay,
that's what it
rude.
is.
All right.
Allergies. We just had a great little stand mail section, but this is now time for the down, dirty, super normal interview. It's just It's just a normal interview. It's
Very
normal.
normal.
Dirtier than the other.
Yeah, what happened? Did
Oh,
it get
just,
dirty?
You know, just
Did it
want to be
get bad?
prepared.
Okay.
I
yeah.
blacked out.
Lorraine can get kind of dirty sometimes, but I don't know.
She got fixed a couple years ago, but it hasn't stopped the humping.
Oh my God.
Hasn't stopped. She's still marking everywhere. It's
My
insane.
Goodness.
You just started a nonprofit
You
2
did.
weeks ago.
It's been, I mean, it's been a couple months ago, but
there we go.
we just really ramped up and we started promoting this event coming up a couple weeks ago. So I guess the start of that. But with fellow keyboardists here, Zach Cantor and Debbie Stanley, we, the board members, we just created it out of, you asked me about South by last year. So South by is where I got the idea. Getting this music nonprofit. It's basically an ambassador program in the vein of what some of the other countries do when they bring some of their talent from West Africa or South America or Europe. They have their own sounds from Spain or Italy stage, and they bring acts from those countries. And a lot of times those countries pay the money, from the government. But America doesn't really have something like that. And if they used to, it's long gone. It's one of those budget cuts from many years ago.
Oh, yeah.
So they leave it to small nonprofits and private enterprises to kind of pick up the slack. And I noticed I did some research. There are some elements of Austin programs that do something similar, but not quite what we want to do. And ours is basically just creating showcases in other cities, in domestic U.S. cities and countries across the world. And to be able to just take Austin talent and go put them in that place and help pay for the cost of the travel and just give them like a stage to perform on.
Oh,
That's amazing.
Yeah, so at the moment, there's not really anything for Austin artists to, there's nowhere for them to go unless they want to go to LA or Nashville and appease somebody to try to get on a record label. For independents and people who are playing not top 40 music, there's really not a lot of places for them to go independently.
Right.
So this is we want to create a network of these showcases that Austin artists can be kind of shot out to and hopefully get a lot of attention, but also raise the profile of Austin music just on a worldwide scale. Because we like to think, Austin live music, we're really good with music and everybody knows us, but not everybody does. I'm not from here originally, and so if anyone, even in America, you think like music cities, Nashville tends to come before Austin, sadly. And a couple of other cities that have similar programs that kind of on a national scale and on an international scale that kind of ranked a little higher than us from the way people would see it. So I want to fix that. I want to put us a little bit higher up. Slate number 1.
So what are some of the things that your nonprofit is doing to like raise those? Is it like concerts? Is it?
Yeah, November 9th we have this show at the North Door, and it's be Jeff Blankenhorn, Sydney Wright, and myself.
I
These
love
guys,
both of those people. I know them.
Yeah.
I know them.
Yeah.
I know them.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good concert, and we're basically that's our first rollout fundraiser. We're just seeing what comes of it and trying to get a budget together for next year. And we already have some shows potentially lined up in Spain and Seattle and Memphis. We're working on those. Those will be the showcases that we're working on next year. But we're starting small. We're not trying to be ridiculous and spend tons of money yet.
Right.
Yet. But they're mostly with personal relationships that I already have developed, and so that's we'll start small, but eventually it would be great to be able to play a stage in Spain or France or Belgium and like represent Austin with a couple of bands, and at the same weekend there's another showcase in Chicago that Austin acts are going to play, and being able to be the facilitator of all that would just be amazing. We actually have a guitar that we got a bunch of the supporting artists to sign.
I see Paige on there. Hi, Paige. Know her too.
And Jeff Blankenhorn is also on here. Signed this the other night. Dave Madden, a couple other. There's actually quite a bit. I don't know how many total, but at least 20, 25 names on there.
Nice guitar.
Yeah.
30
to
with 3
30.
more weeks
The
to
goal
go.
is 100.
Yeah.
But we're auctioning that off along with a bunch of other items in a silent auction. One of them, probably the biggest item, is that we're actually giving away 2 tickets to go to the festival next year in Spain.
Oh, wow.
What?
So, yeah, the festival that we're going. Yeah, going back.
2 tickets to paradise.
Yeah,
What,
we could sign your guitar, but it would bring down the value.
What is it called? How do we find you on?
It's an Austin Music Export. Pretty simple, austinmusicexport.org, and there's a Facebook page as well.
There we go.
Wow.
Okay. Well, round of applause for Austin. Music.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's an amazing thing.
You mentioned you're not from here. You're from the Midwest, right? Where in the Midwest are you from?
Yeah, bounced around. So I was born in St. Louis. I lived in the St. Louis area for, 10, 11 years. Then I moved to northern Indiana, almost Michigan, like right on the border. Did like middle school, high school there, that kind of thing. And then, yeah.
Yeah,
so
when did you get to Austin?
2009?
Midwest versus the South. What's the biggest difference? This question varies so much.
I mean, a
every
lot of people
time I
don't
ask it.
consider Texas the South. I'm not.
Fair.
I'm kind of in that camp too, where
Yeah,
Texas
it's
is
to the
just
mid.
kind of, it's like Texas. And then the South is the South. And
Yeah.
they don't really.
So Midwest versus Texas.
Well, I moved here specifically to get away from the cold.
Yep.
So I took
Oh,
when I was
what?
18, my family took a cruise to the Caribbean, Bahamas, St. Thomas, all that. And it was like a 6 or 7 day cruise. And I remember going from like 18-degree weather and then flying or driving to Fort Lauderdale, Miami, getting off the plane, and it's like 80 degrees. And yeah, that was great. I felt the congestion in my nose just totally gone for like a week. And as soon as I flew home, it just came roaring back. It was like,
Yep.
I could feel it coming back. I'm like, no.
You don't have to shovel heat. That's the biggest thing. Is like
Oh.
growing up in Vermont, I was like, and then I went to college in Maine, and
Yeah.
I couldn't find my car for 4 hours. I parked it in my driveway.
Yeah.
Could not find it because of snow, and I
No.
said,
Same.
okay, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you feel, the pain. You know
Oh,
the pain.
yeah.
And
the
now to
literal
move here,
pain.
I can't get enough. It's like people 100-degree weather, bring it on. I don't care.
No,
Yeah.
I am the sweatiest. I did almost. My family went on a Caribbean cruise, and we landed in Orlando, I think.
Yeah.
And it was in March, so it was like 60 degrees there. It's not hot at all. It was also raining. We got off the plane, and we were immediately all taking off our clothes. We're like, "Oh my god, are you dying?" And the people in the
So
hotel are
hot.
like, "Do you want a blanket? It's freezing." And we were like, the first restaurant we went to, we're like, "Can we sit outside?" And I'm not kidding. I was wearing a tube dress and just like.
So
It's
sweaty.
raining and there's no sun. It was like 63 degrees, and all my entire family was just like,
The Irish.
yeah, it was just sweat it all out. And then I moved here like an idiot. I'm just this big sponge all the time.
So you're saying, you you were in middle school, and I did some creeping, and you were the high jump first place champ in
I
5th
was,
and
yeah.
6th grade.
Yeah.
Woo!
Still got the calves.
That's what I'm saying. How do you think that you would do today? I want you to jump, is what I'm saying.
Well, I probably not as well, but I tried to maintain some of my fitness through the years.
Yeah,
So
well,
I
you're a
don't.
dancer.
It wouldn't be that I'm so decrepit that I would like pull a hamstring or something ridiculous like that. But I just wouldn't be able to jump. Yeah. The knees,
The knees.
You got
It's
the-
the
He's very
knees.
You got
method. He needs
those
the right
Tigger,
environment.
Those Tigger-like springs in
Yeah.
your knees when you're like
Yeah,
12 years old.
They're a little bit rustier when you get
Yeah,
older.
but it was on
like
my
them
birthday when
outside.
I won it. When I turned 12,
Ooh,
Yeah. That's
cool.
yes.
I had mad hops back then.
Yeah.
Mad ops.
Mad.
That's what the kids still say that. No, they don't.
Yeah.
I guess
totally.
speaking of I guess tennis, I don't know, athletic ability. There's this great video on your Instagram of you running around a crowd in Spain.
Oh yeah, that was in
And
Ronda.
It's pretty. It's amazing. Like it's kind of this like what is it? Cement with like.
It's a
oblique-
stone amphitheater.
Yeah.
And these huge slabs that everybody sits on, and I don't know, they're probably 2 or 3 feet high, like each step. Yeah, it's like a very
That's
similar
what
to
it
Red
felt
Rocks.
like.
Yeah.
But I was watching it. And I'm just thinking about a couple weekends ago when Billie Eilish did that, and then someone just jacked that couple $1,000 ring off of her. Like, did you hear about this?
No.
She ran through the crowd and was like taking selfies with people and like holding hands, and then she got to the street and she's like, "Shit, someone took my ring."
Well, that doesn't surprise me at all because there was that one. Was that right before ACL? There was that whole story on news about it was like a pickpocketing ring that took like 150 phones last year. So,
What?
Yeah, it was like a whole group of people. It was I don't know. Remember, I saw it on Twitter or something like that. But there was that doesn't surprise me at all. If she's going through the crowd and someone just like, "Yep, I'll take that."
It's like, I
That's
just
why I
want to
don't
know
go
if
to
you
music
like got anything.
festivals.
I know, like, well, first of all, she's like, I deserve that, I guess. Like, you can keep it, take care of it. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
if you're walking around the audience and $100,000 worth of jewelry in your hands,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, bruh.
Wow.
But I just wanted to know if that ever happened to you, would you like find that person, or would you be like,
Oh man, I don't wear any jewelry, but
What if they like took your phone or your wallet?
I don't know. I've never had anything stolen.
lucky?
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
I mean,
And all right, literally the entire crowd is like,
It's like knocking on.
know
except
what
for
I
the
do.
one person who's like, I'm gonna rob that asshole after this.
I'm one of
get
those.
him.
I guess I'm one of those people that would. I would kind of lose it probably in the moment.
Yeah.
You know, I would notice it would gone, and if I saw the person, I would like probably jump down. It would not be a good scene.
It's very
Right.
violating. See, her whole reaction
it
to it,
is.
I was like, oh, you've always had nice things, so this doesn't matter to you at all. Like, oh, whatever. I'm 17. I don't have any problems. I've never paid a tax. I don't know what
Yeah.
that is. Like, I don't know.
Right.
Like, I don't
But
know.
it's violating.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
creepy a little bit. Are
I
you
think
like a
it's
diva?
culture too, like based on how you grew up. So
Yeah.
if you grew up with plenty of money, you're just like, I'll get another one. But if you grew up poor like me, you're like, get back.
I know exactly.
I had almost a full sub on a punch card in that wallet.
Absolutely.
I swear to God.
I do
I
that
get-
with like French fries, and
Dude,
I'm like,
I
you steal
get-
my fries?
I get upset if I take one of those to-go cups from like a restaurant or something, and
Yeah.
I just accidentally spill it in the parking lot. Yeah.
No.
Or
I
you
mean, it just
forget
ruins my whole day.
Yeah, you forget your to-go box.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my sweet tea.
You're like, what the hell am I gonna eat
my
when I'm watching
sweet
Law
tea.
and
It's my
Order
sweet
later?
tea.
Yeah, what the
I'll go
hell?
back in there and find a way to make it their fault. I'm like, you give me another cup.
You
Give me yours.
I fell on your sidewalk 3 miles that way. I want another free refill.
My blood
Absolutely.
sugar is low because
Yeah.
I didn't get my damn sweet tea, and you're just like head spins around like The Exorcist, and I'm like, oh my God.
I've
Yeah.
had like a whole Subway sandwich taken from me from a seagull before.
No.
That's why I freaking hate birds.
yeah.
Especially you get that like growing up in Maine and everything, and then you're like on the pier and you're like, we're gonna eat our sandwiches, and then you get attacked by freaking birds, and they take your whole Subway sandwich.
I think it's
It's violating.
I'm actually speaking of birds. So in the
hate
apartment
birds.
complex, I think this is my dad's temper. You know, just like slowly working into me as I get a little older. But
It's maturing.
One morning, I was just one of those things, maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep, not much. Woke me up at like 5:30 or 6 in the morning. These loud grackle birds, that we get around here. There was one right outside my window in my apartment complex, and I had this BB gun. Don't ask me where I got it, but I had this BB gun. And I literally went
Stole
out
it.
there at 5:30 in the morning with a BB gun, like looking for the bird before. It was just an instant reaction, like, ah! And then I was like, what am I doing? I'm half naked. Just go back inside.
You look crazy. No.
Yeah.
Great.
It
There
might
was
have
a
been a
crack in my
half
neighborhood.
sleepwalk dreaming episode.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm just
You just
saying.
like wake up in your half naked with a BB gun in your front
Yeah.
yard chasing one
Yeah.
grackle.
I think we can all take a drink that's happened to all of us.
Yeah.
It's true.
I've definitely
As
woken up
long as,
half naked with a BB gun in my hands.
As long as the bird saw it and thought about what he did.
as long
That's all we could hope
as
for.
you think about what you did.
Yeah, or maybe grackles are like crows because crows remember people and like leave presents for people. Google it. Crows are terrifying.
freaking
And they're
hate
like, they're
birds.
communal. They like leave presents or they remember you and they squawk at you and throw shit.
They're smart.
There was a grackle outside of my old apartment complex that stole this guy's keys. Like he dropped his keys on the ground. I was like, rah! And like got down and just sat on top of the apartment complex and was like,
I would
standing there.
move.
no, they
Take
were all
all
sitting
my
down there-
stuff. I
Yeah,
don't
like,
care.
They're sitting down there throwing stuff up at it. And I'm like, well, if you scare it, he's not going to drop it. He's going to run away with it. He eventually ended up dropping them like 10 minutes later, but it was the funniest thing ever. Like 12
How do you
grown
get to
men.
make him drop it? Do you ask him to come inside?
Well, I think he just got tired. He had like a full key fob he was holding.
Okay. So you're also, you teach swing dancing lessons and everything, but you
have, yeah.
also teach voice lessons.
I did, yeah. I used to teach at a school in Westlake for 4 years. It was mostly, they hired me as the kids' voice teacher, so it was ages 6 to 12,
Yeah.
which was awesome because, I might have had 15 or 20 students, but all of them were in that age range where all they wanted to sing was Taylor Swift. So I just sang same song all day, every day.
God.
Whatever the hit was, It's like, I like Taylor Swift. I'm like, hey, what about this artist? No, I like Taylor Swift.
Nah, and at 13, they think they're all Ariana Grande, so no,
Yeah.
12 is
Yeah,
a good
it was a
cap.
fun job, but
Yeah.
needless to say, after about 4 years, that kind of ran its course. But
Yeah.
I still teach adults, and when I get a chance, when I have time to do it.
Well, you had one gifted student in particular that could also do something else that I saw a video on your Instagram, which I would like you
Quality
to explain.
content.
Yes,
Yeah.
she,
Quality content.
I think in some of the schools around here, they make it's like maybe third grade. They
Yeah.
make all the kids learn the recorder.
Everybody had to play the recorder,
Everyone,
right?
yes.
Raise your
Yes.
hand if you had to play the recorder.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's only
And-
half? Damn, that's
So this girl, she learned to play this song, and I didn't remember what the song was, with her nose. And so she brought it with her, and she was just so excited to show me. She was like, no, I want to keep. She just kept doing it until she made me take a video. She's like, looking at my talent.
Generation
now
Z.
post it on your Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's
Tag my mom.
Can you do any thing like that, like something weird that will get you nowhere in life? Like I can squint one eye and cross my eyes, and it's like, what is this? It's just useless. But like I like to do it on my driver's license because why not? But
Yeah.
Any party tricks?
yeah, party tricks. I feel
Shoot.
like her playing a recorder with her nose is gonna get her far in college.
Yeah, you might. Get her take her that extra step to get inducted into that sorority.
Absolutely.
She's
Yeah,
on the outside
absolutely.
looking in. Now she's
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, but what can you offer us, Stephanie? And she just like, hold up.
But do you think do you have something like a party
Man.
trick like that?
Oh,
or
you're putting me on the spot there.
anybody else too? Over
yeah, I don't
over
know.
here. I feel like you.
I'm
all
not
have
double
party
jointed, or I
tricks.
don't have anything weird going on.
You don't. You don't have a tail?
No, weird.
Nothing like that. Can't like. What is
Oh,
it?
yeah.
What are you
Got a
doing?
lot of good jokes.
Oh,
little
the
fella.
disappearing thumb
Oh,
trick. We got a dad joker on
Yeah,
the
he's an elementary school
keys.
teacher.
Now that's a party trick.
Watch your noses, everybody.
Dislocate your thumb. I remember when I saw that for the first time, and I like lost my mind.
Well, yeah,
It was last week.
because object permanence is like what?
Yeah.
Before a certain, it just doesn't make any
Like, what?
damn sense. Okay,
Absolutely.
speaking, the last question I want to ask before we get into a couple more songs. You just, actually, speaking of sororities, played, what sorority event
It
was
was
this?
Tri Delta at the Texas A&M.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please. I know there's a like a weird like you saw something or overheard something that was amazing. Please tell us what it like. There has to be the fly on the wall situation in a sorority house, because when you're working, I've been there. When you're working in a sorority house, you are the help and the furniture. Even if you're there for the entertainment. I was doing some weird my band in high school was like playing a similar thing, and I was there with the roadies, and this woman literally set her drink on my in my purse. Like I'm like sitting right here, and she just like shoot, like stood it in my purse, was talking to her friend, and like picked her thing up and walked away. Like used my bag
As a koozie.
as a fucking koozie. So did you see anything insane or overhear anything really funny?
Zach? So a lot of times when we're playing these shows, I'm so focused on
Right.
what's going on that it's like all the guys in the band, they see all the crazy stuff
Yeah.
that goes on, and I just miss it, even though it's right in front of my face. But
This one frat guy comes up after and goes, man, I didn't even know I liked this music till I heard it. You guys are great.
Jesus H.
it's like I didn't even know if I'd. Yeah, that's right. It's like, I didn't know if I'd like it, but cool. This band's actually good.
I gave a guy a guitar pick afterwards. I made a fan.
Oh, you
we
made
lots
his
of-
life.
He was like, dude, what is this? And you're like, it's a guitar pick. And he's like, what is this? Like, does Post Malone use one of these? Yes.
Yes.
Someday.
Yeah,
but
we
it was
had-
that crowd. It was just kind of. It was actually really nice. It was not as wild as I was expecting.
Have a good time.
It was their semi-formal, but it wasn't quite as. It was at a mansion, like a wedding venue, really nice place. So, it wasn't real raunchy. I was expecting. I have played the 21st Street Co-op here in UT. So
Oh, no.
that was if on a scale like 21st Street Co-op and then Tri Delta. It's like 21st Street, way up there. When you got naked dudes on a swing when
Yeah.
you arrive, the show hasn't even started yet, and
What?
you just have
You never been there?
naked dudes just on
No.
a swing out in front of the house, just like, hey, bro, what's up?
When it's a potluck, beware. Like, just so you
What?
know, it's a thing.
I just hope it's some naked guy in a swing holding a casserole. Like,
The whole house is a
Yeah.
naked guy in a swing holding a casserole.
oh my God.
It's
Someone's
true.
been reading my diary.
Are you guys ready to hear a couple more songs from Donovan?
Yeah.
All right, keep that going. You're going to hear a few more.
Donovan Keith.
All right. In this song, you feel like you want to snap or clap along if you can handle the rhythm. I know. The sun begins to fade along with the sands of my time, and don't you fly away. It's only in the look in your eyes, and I never could say goodbye. I'm hooked on to every breath you draw upon. As long as you're here tonight, I keep holding on. This is our last chance for love. This is our last chance for love. This is our last chance for love. Last chance for love. This is our last chance for love. This is our last chance for love. This is our last chance for love. Last chance for love. How do I explain all the pain and what I stand to lose? You are my everything. I'm nervous from my head down to my shoes. If it's my last night with you, trying to say everything I've always wanted to. No matter where you go, I'll always be true. This is our lesson for love. This is our lesson for love. This is our lesson for love. Last chance for love. This is our lesson for love. This is our lesson for love. This is our lesson for love. Last chance for love. Your touch makes me tremble inside. From this flood of feeling I cannot hide. I'm about to give out from the weight, second guessing everything I feel or say. I put my hopes on another day, fearing it will never come, but I'll just wait. This is our lesson for love. This is our lesson for love. This is our lesson for love. Last chance for love. This is our lesson for love. This is our lesson for love. This is our lesson for love. Last chance for love. Come on. This is our lesson for love. This is our lesson for love. This is our lesson for love. Last chance for love. This is our last chance for love, 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 love. This is our last chance for love, 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 love. This is our last chance for love, 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 love. Last chance for love. This is our last chance for love, 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 love. Last chance for love. I'll give you my baby. Last chance for love. You're just a young girl, but you act like you're so above it all. I know that guy dropped your heart, and all you could do was watch it fall. You wanna love so bad, you can't walk before you crawl. So why don't you call out to me, yeah. I'll be your one if you love me. All you need, why don't you call out to me, yeah. I'll be your one to give everything that you need. I'm a simple guy, but I might not meet your status quo, whatever that is. Whisper sweet things in my ear, things you know I'm meant to hear. Ooh, oh, exactly what I need to hear when I need it. Oh, hey, my heart beats out don't you call out to me, yeah. I'll be one to give everything that you need. I love it when you call out to me, call out, baby, sing out to me. Anything you need, maybe one fool to give you love. All you need, why don't you call out to me, yeah. Baby, exactly what I need to hear, believe it about.
Yes, give it up for Donovan Keith, everybody.
I always forget to turn my mic back on until I start having to cough into it. So sorry, podcast people. I don't know what the hell's wrong. I'm an animal. Yes, we are here at Austin Eastsiders with Donovan Keith. If you're having a good time, please put some money in the donation jar. It all goes to them. So support local artists.
Some at your tables, or if you
Yeah.
wanted to go back there and donate over there. And there's also headshots.
Yeah, if you become a patron today, you get a weird picture of Kim and I.
Yeah, or Lorraine
very
the Train.
exciting.
She has her own headshots.
Yeah, or you can get a T-shirt. Pick one, or you could buy
Both.
Yeah, Lorraine the Train headshots. Oof, those are gold. Ask Ray. He has one. Or I think Earl has one in his bathroom too. Who just put one in their bathroom? Ray did. He's chatting. Whatever.
Anyway.
We'd like to thank our sponsors again one more time. Austin Eastsiders, thank you again for having us, and New Standard Manufacturing for making very swaggy shirts. Love you, mean it. We are going to play a little game to close out here. We mentioned a couple of times you're a swing dancer. We thought maybe we just bastardize that a little bit and see if you would play Would You Rather Swing with
us.
No.
Oh, sorry.
No. Close, though. Put your keys in the bowl. Okay, now we're going to say I'm going to give you a name of 2 soul bands or bands that you have said personally influence you. And you have to tell me which one of these bands you would rather swing with, a.k.a. who would you rather play with. Some might be harder than others, but
Okay.
who would you most want to be a part
So
of that
not
music?
the keys in the bowl.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Also, if you want to,
Our
you
sound
could
guy
say
says
bonus.
if you want to. He's
Bonus.
married. I don't
Well,
know.
these are
what
like
the hell.
musical influences. I mean, all these guys are dead anyway.
Well,
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
It would be just
I'd
a
say a
one-man
good-
show.
Yeah, 3/4 of them.
Um,
It'd be an illegal day. Okay, are you ready?
yeah.
Okay, the first ones are pretty relatively easy. Would you rather swing with the Temptations or Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Temptations. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Earl's
Yeah.
like truest. Yeah.
I was
Wind,
thinking
and
it
Fire,
might
it's
have been close,
garbage.
but no, it's not really close. Especially if it's if it's David Ruffin's Temptations. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, is this gonna turn into like an NFL draft? Like,
no, that's garbage.
garbage. Okay. How about Jackson 5 or the Isley Brothers? Bros.
Ooh.
Jackson 5, someone said.
But then I got to think about who what meant more to me
Yeah.
growing up, and it was Isley Brothers for me
For sure.
over Jackson. Yeah, Jackson 5 are great. Don't get me wrong, but
Oh,
as
absolutely.
far as like when I was a kid growing up, I listened to a lot more Isley Brothers than Jackson 5. Jackson 5 came later.
True.
Yeah, for me anyway, just in the way I discovered music. So like Twist and Shout,
Fair.
Isley Brothers, Twist and Shout, and then the actual Song of Shout and These Arms of Mine, and or not These Arms of Mine, This Old Heart of Mine. Yeah, all those songs were like,
Classique.
yeah.
Jackson 5 was just counting and spelling.
Yeah.
Counting and spelling.
No, I'm just kidding. Sly and the Family Stone or the Four Tops?
Sly, Family Stone.
I think so too. I was like, the Four Tops are good, but the name in general, I was like, I'm going to be that weirdo, like, don't judge a book by the cover.
Absolutely.
Four
Jen.
Tops,
Right.
Sly
Yes.
and the Family
Yeah.
Stone.
Just
What
the
kind of
music.
witchcraft?
If it's just the music, because if we're talking all the crazy stuff, then no.
Yeah.
Talking personally,
He's got a
no.
crazy history, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, ma'am.
Yeah.
The Supremes or P-Funks? That one's so hard because they're both so different. It's like, what would you?
Yeah.
I wasn't like about. I'm gonna say Supremes again because like a lot of the
Yeah.
So good.
a lot of the influences are when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So the stronger influences, like when in high school and college, that's when I got a little bit more into the I ventured a little bit farther into discovery. But Supremes, like anything that was on the oldies radio station in St. Louis growing up, and Supremes were all over it. So Temptations, Supremes, Beatles, Beach Boys, name it. Yeah, all of them.
I wonder if our oldie station would have been similar because I grew up in Kansas City, and I can't imagine there were that many not Christian radio stations in between those two areas.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of like fishing, or that one radio show you could like sell stuff on. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, there was this like radio station you could like call in and be like, I've got a couch.
Oh, we
Does
did that
anybody
too.
need it? Here's my
Yes.
full address and my
Yes.
phone number.
Yes.
The couch is blue.
We totally had one of those.
We've got a dog, so call before. It was
Exactly.
oh my God.
Don't
Yeah.
remember that.
Oh, it was incredible. Okay, Sam Cooke or Bobby Womack?
Oh, Sam Cooke.
Ooh, I didn't even
Quick.
need to hear the second one.
Yeah, that's like number 1 on the list, and then
Yeah.
the survey says that's like Family
Absolutely.
Feud. That's number 1. Sam Cooke.
Ooh, yeah.
And then like right in the middle, it's like the most obscure thing that somehow 35 people said at the same time. Like ain't nobody said penny loafers 35 times.
Someone gilded you into that.
God. Cue Steve Harvey face. Why he does that every time? Do you know what I'm talking? Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah, and
breaks
he-
the fourth wall. Like somehow his mustache like descends into his chin, and you're like,
Yeah.
how the
That's where I learned the
amazing.
word ham flour.
what?
Because you can't say butthole on TV. So
That's
you,
what they use for
butthole is ham flour. And so, it's like 2 people said it, and he just looked at the camera and was like, he was like, I need a frickin' raise.
2 people.
And
He's like, they're not
here-
sitting on. They're sitting on opposite sides of the room. That's what the end of this is. Surprise! You guys are going on a date tonight.
Exactly. But hearing a whole audience say ham flour at the same time, ringtone.
Yeah,
it's
you're
so
both
good.
going to get free colonics. No, okay. Ooh, ham flour. That's gonna stick with me. Curtis Mayfield or John Legend.
Oh yeah, Curtis Mayfield.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like you can't be. But if
Agreed.
Chrissy Teigen was in that package, I would have.
What?
Well, I'm just
You
saying.
would cut him in half?
No, it said if Chrissy Teigen was in that package, I would be
Oh.
like, what? No, sorry, Curtis. Emily King or Aloe Black?
Emily King.
He's
wearing the shirt.
Emily King shirt right now.
Yeah.
So excited. Also love Emily
Saw her
King.
when she was here at Anton's recently in
Ugh.
April, I think. Yeah, it was April. She's
Yeah.
amazing. I love her.
So good. She's
Huge
touring with
fan.
Sarah Bareilles right now, and I'm like, I want to get on that right now.
Yeah, she showed
It's
me her
so
Instagram.
good.
Apparently, she finds good bathrooms and showers that have great acoustics
Yeah,
and just
and then
sings
sings in
randomly
them.
in the bathroom.
Yeah, what I love about her too is that she gets a lot of people who cover her songs either through
Yeah.
like choirs or small singing groups or even just kids with a ukulele at home, and she'll
Yeah.
post them on her.
Aw, that's so
Instagram.
It's so
kind.
good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Come on, support with the glow up. Emily
She's so
King.
great.
Al Green or Otis Redding?
Oh, now that one's a tough. I think you got me there.
He leaves.
Instead of
It's like,
Paul
nope.
Otis,
I'm out of
Alan Otis.
Screw this.
Flips imaginary
God.
table.
Okay, it's probably Otis Redding then, just
Okay.
barely.
I'm
Okay.
telling Al Green. No, someone get him on the phone. Okay. That was a lot. I mean, it seemed like it pained you, so I'm just not even going to ask. Okay. The OJs or Cool in the Gang?
OJ?
I know, but spelled differently.
Okay, well, it's
Before or after the glove?
It's OJ's, but only because I was a theater kid in high school and college, and
Fair.
during the, I guess before and after every performance, they would like the Love Train was like the
Yeah.
song that got everybody together, the whole
absolutely.
cast together in the dressing room before we went out. It was like our huddle, and I kind of led that whole thing, so it's like sentimental value.
Duh, theater kids making everything weird forever. I gotta love it.
Yeah,
so
we had
much.
cast parties for the theater were always a little weird. We had dance routines like whole songs.
Oh yeah.
That everybody
Yeah.
knew. It was
Not wild in the sorority party, but definitely weirder.
yeah, we had a whole routine to Daft Punk's "Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger."
Oh come on.
Yeah.
That's genius.
Yeah,
We
Theater
need to
kids are
spice
the
up the world
worst.
one.
Oh, yeah.
Last but not least,
Yeah.
Smokey Robinson and the Miracles or Gladys and the Pips?
Smokey Robinson. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, Smokey.
Easy.
Oh.
Easy.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna tell Gladys too. No, okay. See, it was a lot. It doesn't seem like it would be hard, but he was like immediately quick to be like,
No.
nah.
Yeah, most of them are pretty definitive, especially if it's influences that are things. I mean,
Yeah.
that long list of names. Some of them are just like, yeah, all right, I'm kind of influenced by that. But there's a handful that are like, yes.
Yes,
There's like a
absolutely.
short
I will
list, and then
die for
there's
you,
like-
Emily King.
It's kind of like our friends. You have close friends. And then you have just 1,000 people that are just kind of acquaintances,
Ooh.
She's like, I don't really know them.
I guess that's
Like
fair.
if I went on Facebook and asked them for $10 for a pizza, they probably wouldn't cough it up. But your closest friends, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, out of Al Green and Otis Redding, I think Otis Redding would probably give you $10 for pizza.
Both of them. You had to.
Yeah.
That's why I had a hard time, because if it's like Sam Cooke and it's Otis Redding and then Al Green, it's like very close top 3 there.
Dang. Okay, so if you could combine any 2 of these people that I just asked you into like a trio,
Okay. Or if like a
Yeah, your dream trio.
dream trio.
Yeah.
So it'd be
Including
you
me.
and
Yeah.
2 people, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it'll be Sam,
Mm-hmm.
and then probably Al Green, because Otis Redding he oversins a lot, so he's not really great in like a backup.
So you'd have to apologize to Al and be like, sorry, I didn't pick you in this thing, but would you be in my
Yeah.
But would you be in my dream
my
trio?
super group?
Yeah.
That's humbling.
Yeah.
So now who would you swing with, me or Becky Joe?
It's clearly you, Kim.
Obvious.
It's Lorraine. It's
It's
obviously
Lorraine. He's picking Lorraine. It's fine. It's fine.
All
It's
right,
fine.
everybody give Donovan Keith a huge round of applause.
Yes. Get up for Zach and Carrie, Donovan Keith band.
Please give it up for Kim. She
Oh,
is
thank you.
going to have a birthday this Friday, so pray for her.
Yee, Pray for me. I hope I make it through, and
You're
I'll
gonna
be
do
back
it.
on the next episode.
Yeah, we're not going to be here next week because we're taking time off for Halloween to get Halloweeny roasted or whatever fun kids do nowadays.
Awesome.
But we will be at the Hyatt the week after that with Modern Day Midas. It's going to be very exciting. If you haven't been to a show at the Hyatt, it's gorgeous out there. We sit out on the
Beautiful.
water and the sunset comes behind
Get
us.
some sushi.
It's very romantic.
Good.
Please don't forget to tip your servers. They worked really hard pouring you drinks. So be kind.
Be kind.
Kim, I love you.
I love you.
Donovan Keith and
Thank
friends,
you
thank you so much for
so
joining
much.
us.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much.
We're going to cut the live feed and get out of here, but the house is going to get some more music, so stick around and don't forget to donate to the band. Love you. Good
Love you.
night.
Bye.